Show me a sane man and I will cure him for you. Everyone has their own little quirks and unique ways of seeing the world. If someone claims they're perfectly normal or sane, they might be missing out on the rich tapestry of human experience. It's our quirks and unique perspectives that make us interesting and human. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. Why is this terrifying? Because it's often easier to focus on our good parts and ignore or hide the parts we don't like. Facing our flaws, mistakes, and insecurities can be scary. It means admitting that we're not perfect, and that can be a tough thing to do. But by accepting our whole selves, we can better understand, grow, and find peace within ourselves. Today, we delve into the insights of Carl Jung, one of the founders of modern psychology, who dedicated his life to understanding the human psyche. Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. Discover the significance behind Jung's most iconic sayings. You'll gain a deeper appreciation for the wisdom of a man who dedicated his life to understanding the human soul. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people. Loneliness does not come from having no people around, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to oneself, or from holding certain views which others find inadmissible. If one does not understand a person, one tends to regard him as a fool. As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. In all chaos there is a cosmos, in all disorder a secret order. Even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness, and the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. It is far better take things as they come along with patience and equanimity. We deem those happy who from the experience of life have learnt to bear its ills without being overcome by them. Jung also believed that each of us should seek to know ourselves better, a process he calls individuation. This means uniting the different parts of our personality to feel more complete and happy. Every form of addiction is bad, no matter whether the narcotic be alcohol or morphine or idealism. Through pride we are ever deceiving ourselves, but deep down below the surface of the average conscience, a still small voice says to us, something is out of tune. The pendulum of the mind alternates between sense and nonsense, not between right and wrong. We are born at a given moment, in a given place, and like vintage years of wine, we have the qualities of the year and of the season of which we are born. Astrology does not lay claim to anything more. Finally, he thought that myths and symbols are important for understanding life and our spirituality. In short, Jung invites us to explore our minds and understand our place in the world. Dreams are the guiding words of the soul. Why should I henceforth not love my dreams and not make their riddling images into objects of my daily consideration? The dream is the small hidden door in the deepest and most intimate sanctum of the soul. All the works of man have their origin in creative fantasy. What right have we then to depreciate imagination? Great talents are the most lovely and often the most dangerous fruits on the tree of humanity. They hang upon the most slender twigs that are easily snapped off. Sometimes, indeed, there is such a discrepancy between the genius and his human qualities that one has to ask oneself whether a little less talent might not have been better. There is no such thing as a pure introvert or extrovert. Such a person would be in the lunatic asylum. It all depends on how we look at things, and not how they are in themselves. The shoe that fits one person pinches another. There is no recipe for living that suits all cases. The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. A man who has not passed through the inferno of his passions has never overcome them. The most intense conflicts, if overcome, leave behind a sense of security and calm that is not easily disturbed. It is just these intense conflicts and their conflagration which are needed to produce valuable and lasting results. Mistakes are, after all, the foundations of truth, and if a man does not know what a thing is, it is at least an increase in knowledge if he knows what it is not. The afternoon of human life must also have a significance of its own, and cannot be merely a pitiful appendage to life's morning, highlighting the unique value of this stage. What you resist persists. When you try to avoid or ignore a problem, it doesn't just go away. It often sticks around and can even feel bigger or more bothersome. It's like trying to ignore a leaky faucet. The more you avoid it, the more it seems to bug you. The best way to move past it is to face the issue directly. We are not what happened to us. We are what we wish to become. Our past or what people say about us doesn't define who we are. It's our dreams, goals, and actions that determine our future. The world will ask you who you are, and if you don't know, the world will tell you. If you don't know who you are or what you stand for, others will be quick to make assumptions or label you. It's like wearing a blank t-shirt to a party and letting others guess what you're about. To be true to yourself, you need to understand and define your own identity, rather than letting the world do it for you. The greatest and most important problems of life are all fundamentally insoluble. They can never be solved, but only outgrown. Where wisdom reigns, there is no conflict between thinking and feeling. Often the hands will solve a mystery that the intellect has struggled with in vain. Jung's quote emphasizes that sometimes overthinking or trying to solve a problem purely with logic isn't the answer. There are times when hands-on experience, intuition, or just doing can provide solutions that pure intellectual thinking can't. It's a reminder that not all problems are solved by thinking alone. Sometimes we need to take action, experiment, or trust our instincts to find the answer. Thank you for watching. May Jung's words guide you on your journey of self-discovery and personal growth.